Hey you guys, what's up? It's me, Gothic Blade on my channel. Okay, so there's been this video going around. Father beats daughters for posting a twerking video on Facebook, and I just want to give my thoughts on that video. Okay, first of all, number one, I recommend the father for trying to discipline his two girls. I think is very inappropriate for them to be twerking like hoochie mamas on the internet. Secondly, I don't agree with him using a cable cord to beat them. I think that was a little bit overboard, and I think he should have never recorded the video. I mean, now it's gone viral. Now people are gonna judge you. I mean, it's kind of crazy. Now, okay, I'm 17 years old myself, and I'm a very mature 17-year-old, and I personally agree with what the father did. Not the disciplinary part, but to teach them a lesson that you should not be doing that on Facebook, YouTube. You shouldn't do that anywhere. And I don't think these teenagers understand the point of you not doing it. Like me, I'm somebody that is very high, well, not high profile, but I'm a published author for that instance. And if I were to post a video like that, I'll have like people judging me, and I definitely agree with what the father did, but the cable cord was too over dramatic. I think he should have used a belt, but and not hit him as hard as he did. I think the father definitely needs to. I think the police did the right thing with putting him in jail. But what I don't agree with is them calling it, oh, that's child abuse. I'm Puerto Rican and African American. I I don't agree with that. That's being child abuse. I think that's teaching your kids a lesson that you should never do the most stupidest things like that. Alright? Now the cable cord was a little bit too overboard. I would have did it Puerto Rican style with the slipper, but not hit the kids as many times as he did. It sounded like it was a whip, personally, from what I saw, and it kind of brought chills to my stomach as I'm speaking here. It kind of brings chills to my stomach because going through the tough times and all that stuff, like I feel really terrible for these girls because they're young and the humiliation they're gonna have to go through with them being recognized, like, hey, aren't you the girl that got beaten by your dad for twerking? Um, I think the girls will never twerk again in their lives. But I think the father should definitely do some jail time. I mean, he went overboard. I mean, I can understand why the father went overboard though, because at the time, number one is they're young and they shouldn't be twerking. Number two is who would want their child to be recognized for that? I know my mom and my daddy wouldn't, so I wouldn't do it. Now, as far as the discipline goes, there is a proper way to discipline. Like, I think the father should have relaxed, talk to the kids, take away their phone, take away their electronics, take away their social media things, because nowadays kids love social media. It's like their world to them. And you want to know something? Me being 17 years old, I go on Facebook 100 times a day, checking gossip and everything. Like, I would have just took the kids' phones away. I would have took everything away, all their privileges. I mean, there was no need for him to hit them the way that he did, and he should never put it on World Star Hip Hop. I mean, a million people go on that a day, and then that's what's stupid to me. Like, after you abused your kids, you're gonna post a video to the internet. Don't you know that the cops will be at your door within 15 minutes investigating that, or with 48 hours investigating that? Once you post something on the internet, it's there forever. Even if you delete it, it is there forever. That's why I'm very careful on what I post on the internet now these days, because nowadays you can't remove it like me. I got old images on Google of me and an ex-boyfriend that I posted 3 years ago, and I removed it from the blog. But you know what? After we broke up, but you know what? I posted it there and other people got to it, so it's still on there. And I regret it to this day, but you can't do anything about it because it's already out there. And a lesson to all you females out there, please don't do nothing stupid. Don't twerk on the internet, and be careful with the images you put on the internet or send to a boy, because once it's out there, it's out there. You're never gonna get it deleted realistically, because once you delete it, it's still somewhere in cyber world, and we have like people that could get a hold of that information, and they could take your picture and they could steal it. So that's my word of advice to you, and to that father, I recommend you for trying to be a father, but there is a certain limit to how you're supposed to discipline your kids. And once again, I understand why you did it, sir. No disrespect to you, but there is a form of proper discipline that you're supposed to do to your kids. There is a form of how you're supposed to discipline your kids. I don't think you should have posted, I don't think you should have hit them with a cable cord, because I think that's a little harsh, but you could have just talked to the girls and said, hey, look, I'm very disappointed in you guys, like my parents do. They come in my room, they say, Tylia, I'm very disappointed in you for what you did today, and you will not be getting your computer back until you serve your consequence, and then we'll talk about it later. Yeah, of course I may get a little mad at the beginning, but hey, I did something wrong. Now it's time for me to face the consequence of me doing something wrong. And I'm a very smart young lady when it comes to that. Like, when I do something wrong, my parents make me right 100 times. I will never do this. I will never do that. And I don't even get grounded a lot, you know? I don't even get grounded a lot, but it's very rare that I get in trouble, because I'm a very good kid. I stay out of trouble. And it is very rare when I get into trouble, but when I do, I'm on complete lockdown. No cell phone, no Skype, no Facebook, no anything. And that's the way I think parents should do it instead of hitting their kids. Because when you hit your kids, you're teaching them that it's okay for you to hit other people, and and I don't think you should hit your kids the way that man did. Maybe a tap here and there, but not like what that man did. What that man did was just brutal, and I think those two girls are traumatized from it, and that's what I have to say about it. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry I talked your ear in too much, but thank you. Please subscribe, and I'll be doing more of these video responses and things like that. Bye.